Boston's history is rooted in its faith. As early as the 16 and 1700s, its colleges trained and equipped Christian leaders. Over the past centuries, Boston has emerged as the epicenter of learning and education. Mark Twain is quoted in saying, "In New York, how much is he worth? In Philadelphia, who were his parents? But in Boston they ask, how much does he know?" But for all the learning, Boston has drifted away from its Christian heritage. The American Bible Society surveyed America's 100 largest cities on how likely they were to read the Bible at all in a year. Boston is ranked 98th least likely to read the Bible. 4.1 million people in Boston are not attending a local church. But we believe that if you scratch the underbelly of Boston, that faith and curiosity for God is present. Boston's greatest days of faith are not behind her. Her greatest days are ahead.
We love Boston and believe God has been calling us to her for a number of years now. While holidaying in Boston in the winter of 2013, Jesse, Claire and myself were traveling to see a movie. And while traveling in the cab, we met a man named Brian. We began to share with Brian our passion for Boston, our love for Jesus, and the hope to maybe one day plant a church in Boston. And as we're sharing this with Brian, the tears literally began to flow down Brian's face. And see, what we didn't know was that Brian was 5 years sober, and he had decided that morning that at the end of his shift, he was going to start drinking again. But he asked God to send him a sign. So here we are, two Aussies in a cab, holidaying in Boston, and we were sharing hope with him, and he pulls that cab over and we get to pray with Brian, we get to minister to Brian. And as we get out of the cab that night, God speaks to me and says there are 4.1 million people just like Brian living in Boston, a moment away from life or a moment away from death, and we get to be a part of that moment.
Are literally selling everything that we have, leaving the safety of great jobs and family in the Gold Coast of Australia, relocating our 5-year-old son and our newborn child and some of our team to the incredible city of Boston. We are following an audacious and radical dream to see the church God has put in us come alive.
Relocating in 2016, we will launch this church with a team of passionate people who are excited about seeing God do something incredible in this city. People who live out our personality distinctives of being big people, bold people, relational people who do life together, and gracious people who would look for any opportunity to be a blessing. To see this happen, we ask you to join us in our Pray, Give, Go campaign.
Prayer changes everything. Would you commit to praying for us and our family and our team as we relocate and embark on this great adventure? Would you join us in prayer for building a launch team of 75 people, for financial provision, for wisdom to make great decisions, and for people, most importantly, to encounter Jesus?
We are believing for people to give. Our goal is to raise $250,000 to launch this life-giving church with strength. Maybe you're able to support with 1,000. Maybe multiple thousands. Whether it's a small once-off offering or ongoing commitment, or maybe you're able to make a large and more significant contribution. No matter what amount you're able to give, it will all go towards making C3 Boston possible. You will forever be a part of the C3 Boston adventure.
We are looking for 75 people to join us in launching C3 Boston. People who aren't afraid to step out of the boat into the unknown. Bold and radical people who desire to be used by God to forever change the greater city of Boston.
God is already moving on our behalf, and we would ask you to consider partnering with us. To do so, please visit our website.
On behalf of myself and Alan and the countless thousands of people who will encounter Jesus through this ministry, we just want to thank you for making it possible.
You will forever be a part of the C3 Boston adventure.
Thank you. Would you be a part of the C3 Boston adventure? For more information or to donate, visit www.c3churchboston.com.